They gotta stop updating these dead Amazon devices. You're just slowing it down. Oh, it's got a 95 battery, never mind. Okay. Update for the Twitch app. Well, while it does that, I guess I'll get back up and tweet the stream. Move, Rita. Move. Keep moving. Keep moving. What's cracking, Rita? New app ready to install. Oh, I forgot my controller. Gonna enjoy this one on the TV. I'm all good to go. Once I get chat up on my phone, or on my tablet, rather. Well, I guess that's gonna take a while. Get the controller. Okay. Let's see here. Go to Bedcast. Set that to chat only. Alright, I got chat up then. And now the walkthrough on my phone. Because there are a few things in the northern cave. There are some very good enemy skills to still get. That's the wrong website. Yeah, Northern Cave. Let's see here. Let's double check and make sure we're totally ready for endgame here. Let's see. Enemy skill, good enough. We got plenty of those sources. I gotta make sure I use them all. Magic counter materia? How do we get that? It is in the Northern Cave. Mega all materia, Northern Cave. Shield materia, Northern Cave. Imperial Guard? Northern Cave. Counter material? Northern Cave. W Magic? Take a wild guess. Northern Cave. Oh, this is a list of stuff in the Northern Cave. This wasn't an endgame checklist. This was just the Northern Cave. So we'll be wrapping things up tonight. Oh shit, I didn't back up my saves. Let's do that. Won't take long, because this disc doesn't take long to read. Take like a minute or two just to do that. There we go. USB drive. Okay. Still not done standing up, but I will be soon. You elf, yeah. Super bosses we will not be doing because they are too hard. They would require grinding, which we will not be doing. Let's see. And one, nope. Copy. Oops. That's gonna have a conflicting file name, I think. Okay, it didn't copy. Copy. There, now it's copied. Mick paste. See the speed this is going? On an original fat PS2. This is why you can't play PS1 games from it. Can I view file info? Let me check what PSU paste is quick. Oh, it looks like PSU paste might be what I actually want. Holy shit, so many fucking ads. Okay, let's try that then. It should be how I have it now. PSU paste. At least I think so. Well, as long as it's backed up in some form, because if I can, if the let me go restart this, and then I will talk. Even if it's not the right format for a PC to read, the PS2 can still read it, so I can load it back into the PS2 and then re-export it later. See? No 5-minute wait. So, ultimate bosses are not, super bosses are not happening. No time for it. Let's see. Limit breaks, I didn't have time to farm them, so we'll have to go without limit breaks. Ancient Forest, you can't do without the limit breaks, or you can't do without buying the super bosses. A little late for Chocobo breeding. Materia Caves, can't do without the super bosses. No time for Battle Square. We already did those other things, those are weapons. Yeah, no. We're good to go. We're good to get in the Northern Cave. Alright. Let's get it. Finally. Just in time, too. My key for the game unlocks in less than 2 hours, and then I have to install it. I have some work to... I have some work to do for Tom, too, that I will do in the meantime. Can you soft reset from here? I loaded the wrong save. I think I got the correct resave. Yeah, there we go. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I picked the wrong save. Oh yeah, I picked like something in the fucking middle when I saved. So yeah, I'm on the TV, it looks nice and good. Sorry it's a little blurry for the stream. Here it is. You guys will live. Why the hell was I here? Oh, whatever. Yeah, so no time for limit breaks, no time for super bosses. Maybe in another time, because this is a pretty good save file to work off of in the first place, but not today. Instead, we will be finishing the Northern Cave and finishing the whole game. And Phil will join as well in a few. So let's see, we've done all the side quests we could in the game besides the super bosses and the stuff behind those. One of the first things we get is a save crystal item. We gotta be careful because that's buggy in the original game. But, however, it is extremely windy tonight. Look at Cloud Run. What a loser. It's extremely windy tonight, so it's very possible for the power to go out. So I may have to rely on the save crystal, but I should rotate my saves just to be safe. I don't remember what all research I did on the save crystal bugs. Yeah, everyone's good. Dark Dragon enemies can also teach Dragon Force enemy skill, but you need Manipulate to get them to use it. So. Oh boy, I filled everything, huh? Okay, well I filled it with relevant stuff, so. Okay. Let's see. Damn, chat's small. I set her out to hole up somewhere filled with treasure. Well, he kind of couldn't help it. Final Fan, the large book and tiny book comparison. The tiny book, Final Fantasy VII, if Genova fucking crash landed like next to Calm. Maybe he was in the wrong room. I remember the room, I recorded it in the video, but I don't remember if that was the one. But I do remember the explicit room I used, I recorded it in. Jump over the hole? How are you supposed to know? What the hell are those? No. I ain't fucking with them. That took a while. Apparently I'm gonna be running into a whole bunch of stuff. I feel like we're making progress. What the hell was in that room back there, though? Oh, you must be our fellow, Dark Dragon. Let's see. Dragon Force on Vincent. Let me know how the audio is. Actually, I think lately I gotta turn up my compressor a bit. Nervous to do that, but fine. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Okay, we are gonna go back to the top. Oh boy. There's our guard source. This is such good final dungeon music. Oh, we got a couple of these. Shit, I think Cloud kinda needs it now. Definitely needs the vitality. Yeah, so we got everybody's limit break, but unfortunately can't use them. Not without grinding. Not without a lot of, farming fights. Especially because there's one where, Tifa needs to... Tifa has to do, like, 100 fights. And she has to kill 100 enemies herself. And then she has to kill 100 more to get to the next one after that. I think Vincent has to do something similar. What's Rita doing? Okay, she's fine. Let me double check what I'm reading here. The next section splits a pathway going left or right. Travel down the left side and press OK to climb up. A materia over there? Power source. Oh. Power source and HP absorb. Very nice. Hello, Rita. Hello, Rita. Rita, you excited for tonight? Ready to see finally what are you ready for the reunion, Rita? I will give Tifa the strengths we get from now on. Oops. Go down one more ledge. Okay, we do have to go down one more. God damn it. That's a tight space, Rita. Good luck. I got an email. Let's see, we got another sponsorship from Stream Elements, so it's automated. For Call of Dragons. Join the campaign and earn up to $1,400. Cool. Anyway, back to the game. There we go. Elixir. And go down further. I hope Phil's volume's okay when he gets in here. Down even further. There it is. What's in there? A magic source. Oh, right, because we used an item, so it took that spot. Okay. Oh, I see. Hello, Mario. Yeah, when we have to, go at this pace, I remember, when I did this last stream, FF7 playthrough, we completed the Northern Cave and the final fight in like an hour, doing the PS4 version. Now, number one, I was extremely over-leveled there. I was way over-leveled. But there were a lot of, I'm pretty sure I had like no encounters on. I might have. Or like I used the speed up. I feel like I did something. You know, it's got me fucked up going to Persona where you want to use your, like, curatives before you spend SP. But here we are using magic before items. Guard source. Should be another chest with a other source. God damn it. So I'm not sure how much of Rebirth I'll play tonight. Obviously not a stream. Like I said, at my code can be used at midnight, and then I can download it, and that's like 200 gigabytes. Spirit. Okay. Oh, here's another thing. We're playing the PS1 version, right? Something I forgot. Spirit is a broken stat in this game. It is a broken stat in the PS1 version. It doesn't matter what our magic stat is. That means the very good item of the, circlet. This thing, it only gives you magic plus 30. Because Spirit does not work in the PS1 version. I completely forgot about that. Oh, shit. I just remembered some other stuff we gotta go back for. I learned about some other extra lore tidbits we should go back for. Things we totally missed. Some, like, pretty important cutscenes that we should actually, that were optional, that we completely missed. Shit, I feel like there were 2 moments. There were 2 big optional lore cutscenes that we're gonna go back for. Maybe I was just thinking of the Spirit thing. Yeah, I think the 2 notes I had were, we're playing the PS1 version, so Spirit is actually a broken stat. It's bugged, it doesn't work. So that stat has never mattered this entire playthrough. Number 2, there's some very important lore we should go back for. In the, Winter City. The Winter place. Winter. Snow. The Snow Town. It is, pretty important. It's also probably butchered in this localization. We'll find out. I've been tuning in and out of Maximilian's FF7 playthrough, where, you know, he streams as full-time shifts, so he's cruised through the whole game past the point we are in like less than a couple days. And he's playing with some pretty wild mods. Widescreen, the 60 FPS mod, and the retranslation. The retranslation it's pretty good in some parts. Other parts, FF7 is just weird, I guess you could say. Yeah, Spirit is magic defense. Yeah, that would probably make the... Now that I think about it, that probably makes the super bosses even harder in this version, too. That's probably the most relevant instance of it. Amount of absolutely... Let me hold this up. Absolutely central and easily missable lore in this game is unreal. Yep. We went back for Zack stuff. We've seen everything. I'm pretty sure we've seen everything that revolves around Zack. We've seen the... Oh, that's what that's there for. We've seen the aftermath of The Last Stand. God damn it. Is it 0 magic defense or like FF6? I'm not positive. God damn it. Chad, I can get out of here, right? Watching Cloud do this silly run. I really gotta watch my own videos sometime. I feel like this is a path up. Oh, okay, there we go. Just had to climb it. A secret third thing. Because if it was just like straight 0 in the formula, that would be fucked up. I don't know. I would have to look at the formula. Like how magic damage is calculated. That's what I'd have to look at. Alright, get in here, guys. Okay. Alright, let's skedaddle real quick. But yeah, well, at this point it's 10:41. I was kind of hoping to have a... is that supposed to be like that? I hope so. You ever see Loveless? No. Yeah, I figured someone like you wouldn't be much on plays. What, are you gonna tell me about it? Yeah, really? Well, that's fine. They've been doing that play every summer since I was a kid. I remember seeing it just once. That was when I was in Midgar interviewing to be a pilot. I had some free time and thought I'd catch the play. Now, I'm no big fan of the theater or anything. But this thing put me to sleep, just like I thought it would. Finally, during the last scene, the guy next to me woke me up telling me my snoring was too loud. So about all I really remember is that is the end of the play. The sister of the lead asks her lover, "Do you really have to leave?" And the guy says, "I promise, the people I love are waiting." I don't understand, not at all, but please take care of yourself. Of course, I'll come back to you, even if you don't promise to wait. I'll return knowing that you'll be here. I remember thinking when I heard those lines, fuck, what the hell is he talking about? But, you know, now I'm not too sure. I think I understand. That's pretty good.
I watched my grandpa say.
Hi, Phil.
Hi.
I guess that answered my question about volume.
Yeah, I forgot. My bad.
I don't know why stream mode doesn't mute that.
I don't know either. I turned it on, so.
We missed a little bit of lore I was gonna go back for. Over... where is it? Would it be? Am I looking for the cave or no? Here, but this is not what I'm thinking it is.
What are you trying to get?
The snow village. Over here? Yes, here we go. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I can't land anywhere near here. Here we go. We missed a little lore that I didn't even know was in the game until like yesterday.
Yeah, I'm not so sure about this one.
Because it's as someone in chat was saying, it's a lot of missable stuff here. Like everything with Zack, a lot of stuff with Zack that's easily missable. I'm reading all dialogue, by the way. What's this? Okay, never mind.
Well, I mean, how many people were like, they just go to the disc 3 and we're like, oh, we can go back up? What do you mean?
Yeah.
I would be
fair. Play the video?
I know that was my first experience with it, so.
The original Crisis.
Oh yeah, this is going over Mr. Gast.
Mm-hmm.
And a Falna.
Camera's ready. Then, Ifalna, please tell us about the Cetra. 2,000 years ago, our ancestors, the Cetra, heard the cries of the planet. The first ones to discover the planet's wound were the Cetra at the Nahlis Pole. Tell us, Ifalna, where is the land called Nahlis Pole? Nahlis Pole refers to this area. The Cetra then began a planet reading. Ifalna, what exactly does planet reading entail? I can't explain it very well, but it's like having a conversation with the planet. It said something fell from the sky, making a large wound. Thousands of Cetra pulled together, trying to heal the planet, but due to the severity of the wound, it was only able to heal itself over many years. Do the ancients, rather the Cetra, have special powers to heal the planet? No, it's not the kind of power. It's not that kind of power. The life force of all living things on this planet becomes the energy. The Cetra tried desperately to cultivate the land so as to not diminish the needed energy. Even here, so close to the North Cave, the snow never melts. Is that because the planet's energy is gathered here to heal its injury? Yes, the energy that was needed to heal the planet withered away the land, then the planet. The planet tried to persuade the Cetra to leave the knowledge pole, but... Ifalna, let's take a break. I'm alright. When the Cetra were preparing to part with the land they loved, that's when it appeared. It looked like our dead mothers and our dead brothers, showing us specters of their past. Who is the person that appeared at the North Cave? I haven't any idea. That's when the one who injured the planet, or the crisis from the sky, as we call him, came. He first approached us as a friend, deceiving them, and finally gave them the virus. The Cetra were attacked by the virus and went mad, transforming into monsters. Then, just as he had at the Nahlis Pole, he approached the other Cetra clans, infecting them with the virus. You don't look well. Let's call it a day.
So I think the official translation is the calamity from the sky. Obviously, the OG translation of FF7 is very flawed in a lot of...
Right.
But I think that the universal translation for Jenova is calamity from the skies, not crisis from the skies. Also, low key just proving that like it was the thing. It was 100% the thing. It just went
always,
to a
as it always was a thing.
Or no, like mean, literally the movie The Thing.
oh yes, yeah. The capital letters. Capital letters.
The Thing.
Yeah.
Wherein Jenova basically literally was using the bodies from the substrata rock that it was buried with, and is like, "Yo, what's happening?" And then just infected all of, if not, I think most of the Cetra.
Mm-hmm.
And that's... I'm trying to remember if essentially either Jenova, because this is what I was talking about earlier in my stream, was I'm trying to see if Jenova was confined to the rock by the ancients after a little while, or if it was just part of the substrata rock that like Jenova had like flown in on. Because I'm trying to remember if the Cetra had fought back and were able to like actually do anything.
And Jenova is effectively genderless. They are using him, but they're talking about Jenova.
Mm-hmm.
Ifalna, can you comment on the thing called weapon? Yes, Professor. The one the Professor mistook for a Cetra was named Jenova. That is the crisis from the sky. The planet knew it had to destroy the crisis from the sky. You see, as long as Jenova exists, the planet will never be able to fully heal itself. Back then, weapon was a weapon the planet produced of its own will. Yes, but there is no record of weapon ever being used. A small number of surviving Cetra defeated Jenova and confined it. The planet produced weapon, but it was no longer necessary to use it. So weapon no longer exists on this planet. Weapon cannot vanish, it remains asleep somewhere on the planet. Even though Jenova is confined, it would come back to life at some time. The planet has not fully healed itself, yet it is still watching Jenova. Where is weapon? I don't know, I can't hear the voice of the planet well. Times have changed, the planet is probably watching this situation closely. Thank you, Afalna. That will be all for today. Alright, one more.
So where I forget are we in the town, because these are some of the most incriminating videos ever.
It's kind of
for
in the
just
middle of the
Cloud
snow
to just
village.
be walking. Yeah, just be walking up on like, hey, here's shit that would literally get Hojo put away for fucking years.
Yeah. Yeah, as we will see. Oh, there's two in here. Daughter's record, 10th day after birth. What are you doing, honey? Oh, I'm thinking of taping it on video, but the video's not working right. What are you going to tape? Is there still something I haven't mentioned? No, that's not it. I'm gonna record my beautiful daughter. And when she's sleeping, her face looks like an angel. First, we have to figure out her name. We can take the video later. I've already decided. If it's a girl, then it'll be Aerith. That's that. You are so selfish, but Aerith is a good name. It's a good name considering it came out of that forgetful head of yours. Right? Oh, the videotape. "20th day. Video again? You just got through taping. Oh, wrong button. Please don't say it that way. It's our lovely daughter, both yours and mine. Don't you want to capture her childhood on videotape? If you keep doting on her like that, she won't grow up to be strong. Aerith is different from the other children. I wonder what dangers await her. Never say that. I will protect you and Aerith no matter what. You and Aerith are my only treasures. I'll never let you go. I feel so much better now, darling. If I hadn't met you, Who could that? I was just about to. Damn. How dare they intrude on our private time together? I'll send them away. Yes, at once. Who the devil? Whatever the hell that was all supposed to mean. It's them. I've been searching for you, Afalna, or should I say Cetra. Long time no see, Professor Gast. Hojo, how did you know? Believe me, I had to turn over a stone or two to find you. 2 years I waited. That's how much I wanted this new sample. New sample? You don't mean Aerith. Aerith, what a nice name. That's it. I'm severing all ties with Shinra. Hojo, please leave. Ifalna, please, Aerith has nothing to do with it. All you want is me, right? I'll need all of you for my experiment. You understand, don't you, Professor Gast? We can change the future of the planet. Don't worry, Ifalna. I'll take care of this. Please don't put up a fight. I don't want any harm to come to my precious sample. What a funny-looking camera. Guard, destroy it. Be careful with her. What are you doing, Professor? Ifalna, take Aerith and run. Darling. Oh, and don't forget the child. The video? The ancient's weapon? A mountain of treasure. Thank you, Professor. And that's that on that. I don't think there's anything else
So,
here.
you know what? I think it does make sense for Hojo's personality to leave something so goddamn, like, exposing out in the wild and be like, yeah, do something. What are you gonna do? I don't give a fuck.
What are you gonna do? President's dead.
Yeah.
President's dead. Well, Hojo's already dead now too, so.
Like, whoa, my son took care of that idiot. What are you gonna do?
I didn't think of that. That won't be optional in whichever game it's covered in. So, but I mean, yeah, no, literally, what are they gonna do with it? I don't think Rufus would give a shit.
No. Well, I mean, it depends, because, like, the Rufus that we're getting is obviously going to be Anthology Rufus, who, I guess, is kind of in between giving a shit and not giving a shit by the time that, like, Advent Children comes around. By the way, I
Hold
was...
on, does Rufus not die? Is Rufus in Advent Children?
Yeah, did you not? You ever seen Advent Children?
No.
Okay, so I was gonna say, so this is the lore that happens, and it's the funniest fucking thing, right? And I just recently learned this again because I was like looking over like a synopsis of certain anthology media, and in one of the books, it's talked about how Rufus actually ended up winning. So we find out that President Shinra is the most petty motherfucker on the planet, and while he did want to protect his son, absolutely knew that his son was responsible for the first iteration of Avalanche, which Rufus was. Rufus 100% funded and created the Avalanche to attempt to basically take away his father's power and debo the shit. Knowing that, he still loved him, but what he did was he created if in case anything happened in the office, he created a sort of failsafe mechanism that Rufus could pull. The button, though, is shaped like an L for loser. So when he goes down, not only is it's like basically a fucking water slide through the entirety of Shinra Tower, shaped like an L, and it leads him to a room where he looks up and it just has L's all over the place to signify that Rufus is a loser. So essentially, Rufus survives the incident of Diamond, I think it's Diamond blowing up Shinra Tower, right?
Yep.
He survives it and is met with waking up. He's fucked up. Like he definitely did not have a good time on the exit, and he's just got L's in his vision, surrounded by like he's literally taking the L, and it is the funniest piece of lore I have ever learned.
God,
it is so funny. But in Advent Children, he and the Turks are around, right? And they end up funding Reeve's World Restoration Order that basically happens in Dirge of Cerberus. Like, they get with Reeve, and Reeve essentially agrees with them to start helping the world, effectively. I don't know, like, it's never really discussed if Rufus has any, like, ulterior motive or intention. But I don't know.
I guess
Rufus
not,
is kind of going to be a very strange character.
Because if the weapons are gone, that's kind of already the peak of his character. He doesn't... I guess really it wouldn't really matter what he wanted to do at that point.
I think right now his overall intention is just basically to try to prove his dad wrong. Like the idea of Neo Midgar was always something fucking weird to him.
Yeah.
And he very much, even knowing what he knows, I'm assuming at this point, very much did not. He's like, I want to leave the world of the ancients and the Cetra behind. Like, I don't give a shit. I want to go ahead and make my own Neo Midgar, as it were, at the expense of whatever would happen, is from what I can remember. I think Rufus's whole story is more so one of hubris, where it's like, I could do better than Daddy did, and it's like, oh no, I'm actually the worst at this. Like, so. I just keep thinking about that. Like, you know, like, your dad loves you, but like with an asterisk. You know?
I was saying how I forgot this whole time I was playing the PS1 version, so Spirit doesn't fucking work this whole time.
Oh my god.
Completely forgot about that.
This is still, you know what's amazing? No matter how far into like video game development we'll ever get, I still love that like, no matter what, a simple bumble in a line of code will just effectively ruin a stat. Because that happened in Helldivers 2. I think for the longest time, like, the armor rating doesn't matter in Helldivers 2. So people would be walking around with this heavy armor and just taking losses of mobility and just dying the same amount, because I think for the first 2 to 3 weeks, the armor stat just was broken, which is really funny. Or the infamous Anthem putting on the lower level armor actually increases your power level more.
God damn. I fucked up. I hope we can go back up.
Uh-oh. This isn't FF7. What are these graphics? This is exactly FF7.
How,
I came in and I was like,
to look.
literally, how Mr. Sakaguchi himself.
This PS1 or emulator? What do you think?
It's knowing Austin, this man has the setup like through and through, the most legit setup. So
it is a PS2, but it would look sharper if I had a PS1. But worry about that another day. But it is PS2 games legit look better than they do on emulator.
So you're going to be transitioning over to Rebirth after the fact, or after?
Not on stream. I'm not
hit,
streaming Rebirth.
Okay.
Or we'll do something on YouTube. But that'll probably be like something mid game. Something we're probably invested in, like the middle of farming something, and just do that. But it won't be right away.
You know, I think I've made a mistake. I'll be honest. You know, I think Remake was a perfect game to stream, even though it was a long JRPG. Pretty much because it's a hallway.
Yeah.
I'll give you a cursory thing of my thoughts here. After basically hour 3, the game just basically lets go of the leash and says, "Hey, do your thing." And that is, I think, probably the craziest thing to happen in a Final Fantasy yet. The only game I can think that gets even close to what feels like the amount of freedom that's available to you is probably 15, but even then I still feel like there was a lot of caveats to 15's open world design.
Yeah, there was.
Whereas this time around, I was talking about how there's basically 3 types of open world games. You've got the one that's you essentially work on tailor creating or making missions, a la Grand Theft Auto. You've got the more checklist-based design philosophy of Ubisoft games, or the games that seem to rely more so on emergent gameplay, like Bethesda titles, or maybe even BioWare on some level. And Rebirth seems to fall in the middle category a little bit with Ubisoft, but it's not bad, because I think the biggest issue that checklist games have is the inability to make the things that are on that checklist actually enjoyable or engaging.
Right.
Whereas this time around, without obviously spoilers, pretty much everything you're doing in Rebirth is building onto something. Whether it be your character, a side quest storyline, or even learning about like lore. Like the idea, like the Republic of Junon is brought up several times in the first 4 hours of Rebirth. And I don't like the idea that they're even talking about the original Republic.
Yeah.
When it's barely brought up in Final Fantasy VII is insanity. So like you learn way more about like, yeah, Shinra, like you'd be walking down a street and the crew will go, yeah, so the Republic of Junon actually ran buses from here, from Calm to Midgar and all this other time, or all this other stuff. But when Shinra took over, they completely excommunicated that. So that literal hardcore confirmation that like Shinra was like, social services, the hell with that shit.
Right.
Nobody, not for nobody. You better buy a damn car. You kidding me? And stuff like that. And there's a whole, I'm not going to say what it is, but there's another checklist kind of mission thing where if you analyze something, you learn intel about that area, and you start to learn, like, it tells you about like, oh, how Calm was one of the first targets for Shinra in the war against Republic of Junon, and that Calm is very much the kind of place that, at least in Rebirth, benefits greatly from its location, because it can still use Mako or like a Mako reactor energy, but it's not, because of its location, there's no way to put a reactor around, so it doesn't suffer the same kinds of ecological disturbances that other places would. So a lot of people go there as to be like, oh, this is a marvel to Mako technology, but it's all very surface level. It's super fucking cool. If you're just like us and you're into this kind of like FF7 lore, like they went really deep, and then they're like, oh, okay, here, just learn about Gaia, which is awesome.
That is cool, because Well, I would say with like how 2D FF7s and or 2D Final Fantasies and then Final Fantasy VII as well, they have like their initial settings before like letting you go, and even when 7 lets go, it's still based on the vehicles you get, and then that's still gonna happen in Rebirth too. So that amount of freedom has to open up even further than what it is. But it is,
So how
after playing the demo, I was interested in how there is technically a lore explanation as to, you know, with the planet in its dying state that answers why the original FF7's open world is more empty, even though it's about the same as you would expect from any Final Fantasy of the era.
Right.
So, and in 7 Rebirth, that's a little harder to convey because they actually have so much more going on. But in lore, like what you said, that's an example of how it's more explained. Because I don't know what that
like
fucking that like shipyard next to Junon. What the hell's all that about? Too like
right,
they added that?
and if you played the demo,
Oops.
if you remember in the Junon section, when you walk out of what I'm assuming is the Mithril Mines,
Yeah.
the demo starts and you turn to your left and you immediately see the shipyard. And you're like, oh, okay, but like you can't go there just yet.
Right.
I'm assuming in the full game you can absolutely like bypass that barrier and go there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the kind of open world game where you're sitting there and you're doing like I was exploring around, and there is pretty right next to where the area that kind of lets you free from in Calm is this locked door, and I was like, okay, that's weird. Why would this door be locked? What have you?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking around and I'm doing a certain side quest, and one of the side quests basically is like, oh, hey, you'll grab the key to this place. And it just so happens that was the key that was needed for that one area, and it was all hidden behind like a completely optional side quest I didn't have to do. Or doing more side quests, and it unlocked like, hey, you've got like basically like Chadley calls you up and he's like, hey, there's with this thing that you've been doing is you've been finding a bunch of information for me. I've been able to find access to this what's called a transmuter chip, which in this world in Rebirth is the item crafting. And you pick it up, and one of them is the ability to make a windmill gear. And you're like, huh? And you start realizing that there's when I was walking around the area earlier, there's a windmill on the horizon that's not working. And I was like, okay. And I walked up, and there's not a whole lot there except an NPC going, man, this place used to run so well. Like, I just want to know if there's a way to get this fucking windmill back up and running. And I'm like, huh? Okay, so everything's kind of like bleeding into one another. I love that kind of design where it's
right.
like, oh, like I'm physically watching, like exploring stuff, and then I'm also benefiting from the exploration and going, oh crap, I have the thing for that. Let me go figure it out, like how to do this, which is awesome. Like it feels really like I guess the word is organic. They found a way to make this like game. You know, when you're doing the checklist, they found a way to make it organic, because every time you do so and you open up one of these Ubisoft radio towers, essentially, it opens up another area for you to kind of explore, and you're kind of just sitting there like, all right, so let me, mess around the Calm region and see what happens. And there's an insane amount of stuff to do there. It's really
that is
cool.
kind of like if you were playing like a Final Fantasy game blind, that is kind of how they intended you to do it. It's not exactly how it would happen, but that does sound like how they intended original Final Fantasy exploration to work.
Right. I mean, if they had the budget and they had the wherewithal,
or more like the
like
experience in like being able to very effectively guide a player, especially in an open world. Though, I mean, back then, you would still end up doing that because you would be a kid without a guide, so you would be trying everything you could, and you'd actually be talking to every NPC anyway.
Right. I mean, the discovery of the Midgar Zolom, which, by the way, it's gone. The translation is fixed, which kind of made me a little upset, but I understand why. It is the Midgar Sormer. But I can tell you right now, I was spending nothing but just hours walking around just the Grasslands region, and I haven't even finished the Grasslands region. And one of the core areas around there too is you find out it's that one of the areas where Zack canonically gets shot.
Yeah.
And the music is appropriate for that region. You're just like, man, this is it really feels like a massive love letter to everybody who's decided, like, you know what, man, we understand that people don't really like the anthology, but if you did, boy howdy, are we gonna like give you as many references to it as possible. I was watching some reviews and people are saying, like, it's everything. It's not just Advent Children, it's not just Crisis Core, it's not even just Dirge, it's the books. There's stuff happening in the main storyline. Tifa brings up a situation that happened in the books,
right,
in the main storyline, and you're like, this is crazy. It's like they're actually putting it all together, and it's working in a way. And I think that's like the biggest issue with the anthology, is people were always asking, like, what the hell's the point of this?
Right.
And I feel like Rebirth is the answer to that. It's 100% them going like, no, let's show you what our intention was, and it's for so far it's working great. So I'm very excited for you to play it.
That was they had Advent Children in theaters. That was a good 3 hours away from me, so I wasn't gonna go. But I think it was Nomura that said it would be most relevant to the third game. So that's what I also thought, not going to be a big deal for now. The road splits into two. We'll split into two groups. Which you going to choose, Cloud? What does my phone recommend?
I do forget one of these routes is way easier.
Well, we should be fine. If you take the right pathway with Cloud, you will not be given the option to choose whether other party members take the upper or lower path when they go left. As such, they have a 50. Okay, so... let's see.
Left son or right daughter, pick one. What are you, Hojo? Relax. I'll tell you what, though. If I roll up to Casa del Sol and I don't see Hojo sitting there in all his glory, I'm going to be upset.
Okay. Cloud, left. Barrett, left. Tifa, right. Red, left. Yuffie, left. Kate Sith, left. Vincent, left. Sid, left. Right? What's Tifa going for? Tifa's going for Mistile, except armlet.
So in Rebirth, I don't know if they talked about it, but there's I don't know if you saw it too in the demo as well. There's a really amazing quality of life feature where you can edit the party, but you can edit 3 permutations of the party. And when you're kind of walking around out of battle, you can press the command menu and just switch between the 3 permutations on the fly, so you don't have to like. So you can have basically party loadouts, as it were.
Yeah.
Really cool. And I thought,
no, don't any of you go die on me. Gotta get through to Sephiroth. Oh man, Materia Hunter Yuffie sounds like the last chapter of Materia Forever.
That's gonna be brought up at some point, I know it is.
I read somewhere that someone in part of a review, they appreciated that, and then they also wish they had Materia presets to go with it.
Yeah, that is a shame. But I'll be honest, it does.
Let me get through quick. All life on this planet, indeed the very life of the planet, is on our hands. Everyone's going left except Tifa, so there's a bit here. I'm so happy to have met you all, really, Sniff.
Whatever, Reeves. You weirdo.
Well, looks like this is our last big job. Okay, that scared me. Let's all go back alive,
I was
okay?
like, yeah.
This will be the end of it. Okay, go on.
Oh, she can handle herself? You have her leveled up that hard, or?
Oh, she'll be fine. They're just collecting
Okay.
items. They're not fighting.
Oh, okay.
She is going to, when she goes that way, she will pick up a mistile armlet. And we are bringing everyone else this way so that they can get other good items.
That's good.
Another fork in the road. Cloud will go down. Barrett down, doesn't matter where he goes. Red up. Yuffie up. Kate Sith doesn't matter, so down. Vincent does not matter, down. And Sid will go up. Okay. And Barrett.
Either Sid and Vincent don't do much, or we encounter them at the end of Rebirth, because I would like to know what their reasoning is for not taking up the fight, but or hanging out with us in the background and them not being playable. So I need to know.
Yeah, and I'm interested in Sid's characters because there's a lot he needs, like, for his attitude to remain how it is, they need to have a glow up on his character development. It's kind of butchered in the original.
Low-key, yeah, low-key kind of abusive.
Yeah.
You know?
So, Sephiroth's probably crapping his pants right about now.
It's,
If I knew this was gonna happen, I'd have bailed out sooner. We're not the only ones fighting. The planet's fighting too. There's nothing to worry about. All of us are in this together. Wait, Sephiroth. Just in case. Double check. That's what Mistile is. Good stats and a lot of materia slots.
Yeah, I was gonna say, it feels like in this game they actually, looking at the small bits of the folio system, some of the moves you can unlock will just say, use a wind affinity ability without needing to use wind materia. So it feels like that what they did is since they made a lot of the support materia, or like the yellow and purple materia, do stuff in this one for the action game. I think that you can create melee characters that are purely like they don't use any of the elemental materia, but they can still kind of do moves that will pressure use. Yeah,
because I was noticing that I was noticing that in the demo. It's less about how you build each individual character. It's more about how you do team comp. There's a huge emphasis on team comp over how individual characters work.
Yeah, and then certain synergy moves seem to be better than others. Like the bullet blast is infinitely better, I think, than most of. I think the power swing.
Mm-hmm.
Power swing is cool, but just having Barrett shoot at you and then you toss the bullets back to enemies is really funny.
I'm glad I read. Where? Oh.
Put Hocho in the bikini square, you cowards. Indeed.
So then, what did Tifa have on her? Oh yeah, it gave me all of Tifa's materia back. Okay. Well, I'm glad I read to double check that. Not like we're gonna run from every fight, but
I remember my first time at this game as a child, and that fight in the Shinra elevator with Aerith, Red, and Barrett, and being like, Cloud can use all the materia. It doesn't matter. Or no, I gave them all the materia, and it goes over to Cloud, and he's got nothing. And I just have to attack, and I was like, oh shit.
Fuck it, and give him death blow. Good luck, Barrett.
Literally fucking we ball Barrett. You got it. You got the son.
Just don't miss. Do I have anything else I want to throw on him?
I don't know what's more infuriating. Don't miss or don't get hit.
That should be good. Last thing. Since we'll use the same strat we had on Tifa with Curse Ring and Odin to prevent the death. Huge boost, but we should get as much accuracy as we can, so... Shit, that's a melee. Alright, good luck, Barrett. Just don't miss. Let's see. Yeah, we're going down.
Phil talking and says my first time, his voice immediately turns into that of a 60-year-old man. Hey, listen. Shut up.
And the save point is also bugged in this version, so probably hoping we don't have to use this save spot. But it is extremely windy out. The power went out like 4 hours ago and hasn't been out since then, but we'll be careful.
Yeah, we had some issues ourselves with the internet here in this house when I was streaming. And I was like, man, I really hope Square Enix isn't pissed off at me. That'd be the worst. Which they shouldn't be, because everyone and their mother is streaming Rebirth right now, but it is what it is.
Yeah, for embargo in general is up now.
The moment I woke up today and I saw like CG Inferno start uploading just pure playthrough videos, I was like, that man is up to chapter 6 already, and I'm like, okay, well, I guess I can stream today.
I have a feeling a lot like of like Xenoblade from the game, from the demo, and how it's going about it. And I'm expecting like Xenoblade length, though. Yeah, there are technically just the 3 continents. No, for this game too. So it makes sense, like the scale of it, when you have to bring that whole world into the actual scale, and Junon has to be as big as it is, not only because it's Junon, but because the canon of Junon also has to be the radius of Midgar itself.
Yeah.
So that changes like the whole scale of how it is.
It is funny because there's like moments where you feel like the map should be way bigger, and moments where you feel like the map it should be exceedingly smaller than what you're used to. And so far I have not felt like any of the world that I've kind of walked around in is poorly realized in any way, shape, or form. Because I think the problem that Xenoblade has, right? Because especially after playing Xenoblade 3, is Monolith likes to kind of hide the idea of overall length, or not length, but rather scope, behind just like these massive rock formations, and so there's not really a whole lot of things to see or do in the world of Xenoblade itself. Whereas Rebirth is very much the opposite. Rebirth has like it feels like everywhere you go has a purpose or a unique meaning to it, or something going on. Even ruins can basically be something as simple as like, oh, you can find a cache of treasure chest here that might have some supplies.
Well, then that's like
there's always something going on. Yeah.
And then like especially in Tears of the Kingdom, because they kind of overloaded. It's like you could stop every 2 feet and find something different to explore.
It's not that bad, but like I think it's more so. It actually kind of reminded me. So someone likened it to Witcher, I think The Witcher 3. Like one of the Japanese developers were like, we were very much inspired by, and they said Horizon Forbidden West and Witcher 3. I was like, a part of me was kind of like, ugh. Then
Right.
I'm playing the game and I'm noticing it, because in The Witcher 3, the first area that you kind of sit in, there's just the map has just so many different like icons to go and look at.
Yeah.
But it's not like there's not just you like going through the motions of like, oh, I gotta get this, ring of power or whatever the hell.
Mhm.
Like there's always something unique and genuinely fun around the corner. Like the Proto Relic storyline, I'm not gonna give any spoilers for that, but the first iteration of it within Com is very, very funny, and you're doing different gameplay elements through each of the different quest lines. You're fighting somebody, you're talking, you're like actually, and there's actually a lot more choice in terms of talking, by the way. There are going to be moments where someone turns to you and says like, hey, let me do something, and you can choose to be like, no, I'll let you go, or no, I'm not going to do that. Like there's way more choice that I was like honestly comfortable with, because I'm like, oh, this kind of given like weirdly like BioWare Light vibes, in the sense of like I'm actually able to like make real tangible choices in the game world, which is cool.
I imagine it would at least be part for Gold Saucer date.
Yeah, there's a lot of that.
A lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of those decisions, but like I'm not even outside of those decisions. Like there's you encounter a character from Remake or a set of characters from Remake that were kind of antagonists, but they were fun antagonists.
Mm-hmm.
And they basically send you through a wacky woo-ha quest line. It's very funny, and you're always doing something different. And I was like, yeah, this. I think that Square Enix has always suffered just from the PS3 era and onward from general side quest design or just side content design. I think the Remake was kind of weak, and I think that a lot of Final Fantasy games and have just been weak in general of side content, and this is essentially their answer, like them actively adopting Western design philosophies, but finally applying like a more Eastern lens to certain things, and it works. It all works really well so far.
It's hard to imagine, because they still do the chapter format to it, and assuming there's still like a chapter replay, but it still has to like obey where all the side quests are. It feels like because of that design decision, it kept things railroaded in terms of side quest design before.
So here, you know how they did it? They talked about this. They said there is not a single time in which side quest or side content is ever going to stop you, and if there is a NPC that is a story-driven NPC that's giving you the side quest, another NPC will take their place if they're gone.
Huh. Cool.
So the intention is that you can either mainline the storyline and completely not worry about anything that's going on in the world, or just do nothing but the side quest, and the game will basically be like, yeah, just go at it. We're not going to stop you. We're just going to let you play however you want to play, regardless of where you're at in the storyline. So,
man, what was it? I think Like a Dragon was. If I had the time and wasn't worried about any videos, I think Like a Dragon, it was something at the same time as GDQ. That was gonna fix like my sleep schedule. If I was able to sleep, that would have done it. Because that was really easy to be engaged and stay awake for the entire day to play. And now I get to do that with Rebirth once this Mario RPG video is done, because I'm not getting Persona done in a month. So I gotta just relax and play Rebirth at my own pace. And that's what I'm hoping for, because I haven't had CPAP has not given me much luck so far.
it sucks. There's like a really weird, like for me personally, I've got to go back and try it again. I got to go to the sleep studies guys and just be like, yo, like I'm not feeling it, bro. I need some help.
Right, because it did take a good week for it to stop feeling like I wasn't getting enough air or feel like I'm fighting it. It doesn't feel like that anymore. But then there is still, your body in your sleep has to get used to breathing through a hose.
Right.
And to my understanding, that's still what it is the hang up. Even though I'm perfectly fine with it, I don't even notice it like most of the time now. But it is still the body itself adapting, even though it's like outside of my own comfort. Oops. I did try a thing to keep my jaw closed, because my mouth opens a little bit, and I think that helped, but still, I still had to take like 2 naps today. So
Yeah, the chin
fuck
straps
me.
are, well, you know what, I mean,
God damn
that's
it.
still, I would say that's probably a market improvement from, I'm at the point where I'm micro sleeping, you know what I mean? That's what happened to me earlier, that's why I couldn't come in here, because I was watching streams and I fell asleep. I didn't even think about it, I was just asleep in my chair. What I'm noticing too is I honestly, if I just have hospital beds that like just lets you sit up or whatever, I'd probably be much better. I'm much better off because when I'm in my computer chair, I kind of get good sleep. So like,
Yeah, well, I mean, I tried that too. I tried not on the computer chair, but on my couch here. I tried that. I immediately woke up. I don't know how my dad did it. My dad would always just sleep in a recliner, as an old guy could. I don't know how that works. But when I have tried to, I've really manually tried to incline my whole ass bed, and you know, just to see if it would do anything. And I'll say that for Tifa. If I do that, I get Charlie horses much more often. It's not worth it.
oh yeah.
So
Oh,
I
man.
mean, then I'd
Yeah.
be fucking waking up with muscle spasms.
Yeah, the
So-
worst kind of pain.
That or like a mattress topper that's like really nice. I don't know why, it just evokes muscle spasms.
I feel you.
Oh, we here already?
Damn, we about to mosey? Ichiban could definitely beat Cloud in a fight. I believe you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd have to see it from Ichiban's perspective.
Yeah.
There we go. That's where everyone else is gonna come from. Where's our crew? Oh, because we go past there.
Oh, is this the area where you do the magic jar grinding or no?
Hey, were you thinking of leaving me?
No.
You may run into a magic pot. They are immune to damage and do not take anything except give me elixir. Yeah, if we see one, we'll do that. I can't let you guys go by yourselves. You'll make me worry. This is the center of the planet. I'm just checking to make sure I'm not going to miss anything important.
You're good.
This wants me to backtrack. Oh, it wants me to backtrack for the magic pots.
The magic pots are really good for EXP and AP grinding, but it also makes the final fight a complete joke. So,
Oh, I recognize that screen that wants me to go to. Well, there's some other items to go get, so yeah, we'll go back anyway, and just if we run into any, we'll do it. I'm not as concerned about it, you know, the only fights that really are hard in this game are the super bosses. Cloud, look. Mithril. Hey, Cloud, I found this on the way. Imperial Guard. Alright, this is the last dance. You were with me, that's right. Cloud, I found this. Shield materia. Shall we get going? Being with you isn't so bad. Thanks, Vincent. What do you got for me? What? By the way, Yuffie, didn't you find something on the way? Oh, alright. Here, Cloud. Counter
damn, girl,
materia.
at the end of the world, still doing this shit?
But I'm the one who found it, so you better give it back to me when we're done with it.
Looking down the barrel of a metaphorical gun, and she's still stingy as hell. That's crazy, bro.
Into the room any further than the doorway at the entrance. You will not be able to get duplicates of the items listed above. Instead, now you should travel all the way back up. But should I get my party back together? Oh, they're still with me. I mean, it's not the party I want, but if I'm reading this right... Yeah, we should be good. We'll be fine. We're just gonna... the only thing we'll actually fight are things we give elixirs to. We got 7 of them to run through. Okay, so what am I doing? Backtrack until you reach the screenshot below. Where the fuck is that? Alright, I'll go back. I don't fucking recognize it, but... I've been thinking of if they, if we were to get another very solid remaster of FF7 or any of these games, done with the approaches that they do for, like Star Ocean 2, because that was a very good one. If it had just that level of quality of life to it, especially because I feel like a goal with like Star Ocean 2 and Super Mario RPG actually is they don't want to add boosters or cheats or speed up functions. They want to make the game engaging enough to where that's not necessary.
Well, yeah, just by sheer virtue of like, I mean, let's be honest, the game running at an acceptable frame rate, that's already in it, like in and of itself, like a huge buff to like Star Ocean 2,
Right.
I'd say. So, and then also the small bits and pieces that they did for the battles, just like making battles much faster.
Yeah.
Just
flashier.
are going to be better. Yeah, flashier, like actually
More
giving
rewarding.
you more to do.
More, like, you know, parry mechanics. More of that stuff that's engaging. And for turn-based, that's like, that's better understood and figured out. One of those things is just, ATB kind of already does it. But a good, like, subtle example is if it does, when the battles do the swirl, it doesn't swirl into black, it just swirls right into the battle, and you control the UI the second the battle actually starts.
Yeah.
And it just swirls right into the battle, instead of to a black screen that transitions into it.
Which is
that
super
instant
cool.
loading.
Well, I'm really curious what they're trying to do with this rumored FF9 remaster. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
well, that's got to be like a
I
remake.
keep hearing left and right.
But
Yeah, I keep hearing left and right that it's got like remake. It's either remake qualities or what have you. And honestly, I think that's one of the biggest issues I have with 9 and why I want to play 9 so bad. But the frame rate is always bad. I know that they ended up fixing it with the AI thing, right? And
the backgrounds, yeah.
Yeah.
But
like
I like playing the original, but the problem with the original is the required, like, 15 seconds of camera panning in the beginning of the fight. There might be, like, a patch for that, but that's the only reason really stopping playing the original. Because it's still, like, to me, like, these PS1 versions are still the best looking versions. Even, like, if you're playing on a modern display, the AI helps a lot. If you're gonna play on a CRT, you don't really need it at all.
Google did, I don't know if you saw, did a really cute thing if you look up Final Fantasy.
I had not tried it yet. Oh wow, he has a lot of MP.
If you just look up Final Fantasy, there's a chocobo button.
Let's see if it'll
Search
work on
chocobos
mobile.
running across the screen.
Does not work on mobile. And I'm on my couch, so I'll have to look later.
Yeah.
Jack can do it.
Man, I know we were talking about it earlier, but oh man, after actually going through it on stream, I am so livid that the game looks as piss poor as it does Pro's patch. It is so bad.
Yeah, I was talking about that because I did the first part of the demo when it came out, and then I did the second part of the demo when that came out, and it was like, I was pretty set on playing performance in the first part of the demo. I didn't understand the complaints about it being blurry. Because people were saying, even from the first part of the demo, it was blurry, and then they put out a statement that they're gonna patch it, and then they made it worse.
So, even with the patch, I think Nibelheim is we're definitely going to go there because that's one of the regions we discover. But I think that might be a different thing where it's not necessarily tied to the rest of the game because of what happens there. So I think it runs in a different way. Not to mention the fact that most of the time you're also kind of like going through cutscenes in Nibelheim, and like you said, the cutscenes run really or look much better anyway.
Yeah.
So you don't really notice it anywhere near as much. It's when you get into like cities like Calm, which are 100% like happening in real time.
Yeah, and like seamless. This is really from cool. The overworld.
Yes, exactly. It's all seamless. So
that would make sense.
You start seeing it kind of like buckle at the edges and the seams, as it were.
Yeah, that would make more sense.
If you Google Final Fantasy, it shows you Aerith's death. Love, heart. Yeah, cool. Thanks, bud.
Lower right.
There's a lot of massive lore implications just within the first hour and a half after the Nibelheim incident. Just a lot of massive lore implications, like so many different things that I'm like just chomping at the bit for Austin to get to. So be like, hey, what do you mean? What do you mean?
Yeah, we can like I would stream something right away on YouTube, but it's been so long since I just put up an actual video. I'd rather do that first.
I feel you.
So you don't worry about it later. And let more people sit on it anyway, because I don't like streams being like, especially when there's a demo out and what I'm gonna stream from the full game is just what was in the scope of the demo anyway.
Yeah.
Rather avoid that. Stream something that's different.
You know what sucks is that I'm sitting there and I was like, I probably should have went back and forth on. Because I was like, you know what, Infinite Wealth will be my comfort game. I'll play that game off stream and not worry about it. And I was like, Persona, and it was all building up to Rebirth. And I'm playing Rebirth and I'm going, I don't want to talk to people right now. I just want to play Rebirth.
Right.
Especially considering there's like because of its open world nature. If you don't have anyone kind of like co-piloting, it's one of those things where you're just like, oh well, let me see here. Talk.
Right. Oh. Okay, yeah, we can now.
I don't know if that's a remake candidate, but enemy skill is pretty good in Rebirth so far, where the more monsters you assess, the more skills become available to you, essentially.
Oh, you don't have to get hit by him, so it's not very traditional blue mage.
Yeah, I think it's said, if I remember correctly, the tutorial that popped up for it when you unlock the E skill is yeah, you assess monsters, and the more you assess, the more abilities become available for you. So like, oh, that's cool.
I guess that makes sense because you are supposed to play Final Fantasy like that. That's how you know there's random bosses that have like one silly weakness, and that's how you're supposed to know it. So like scan and assess are always supposed to be actually used in those games.
Yeah,
and
especially this one, considering
it was definitely a huge help in 7 Remake.
Yeah. So in this one, they go out of their way to sit there and say, because there's you can do elemental weaknesses, but then there's actually a lot of enemies that don't necessarily have an elemental weakness now. But they do have certain moves that they'll do where if you parry them or if you dodge them, they'll go into a pressured state. And they 100% made it so that the game, it feels like you can do a no damage run of fights now, 100%.
Don't heal.
It's I look at Trine and the fact that you can basically parry Trine right back at the fucking Material Keeper boss in the demo is so funny. Oh, you can do it on mobile. You just gotta set your browser tab to desktop view. Probably. Oh, I don't know. That's a lot of work. Yeah, he'll just go on his computer later.
Yeah, I won't remember
It's a
it.
cute thing that they did. Yeah.
I missed a pathway.
So my chat earlier was we're trying to come up with names for 3 of the main characters right now. Because I had, just to be safe, I've banned the words Zack, Aerith, and Sephiroth in my chat for the foreseeable time. I think we came up with someone decided to go the Zackler, which is pretty good. and then someone said Zephyr Hills instead of Sephiroth. I was like, that's we don't have one for Aerith just yet.
God.
But Zephyr Hills I thought was really strong. I was like, that's really good. Also, I don't know if you noticed in the demo, the people outside of the Nibelheim Hotel, or the Nidhogg Hotel rather, when they're all surrounding it, you could hear one of the guys going, Sephiroth, Sephiroth. Eris for a second. I mean, what was it was Eris, right? Aeris was the original translation, right?
Aeris, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that sucks.
Ooh,
Oh shit, did they not have ribbons? Oh right, ribbon doesn't give immunity to death. Good job, Barrett.
Barrett, you're running right into them, bro.
Ribbons do not prevent instant death. Right.
My man coming to the final boss fight with 4 Phoenix Downs? That's crazy.
We're good. We got it. Running out of MP, but we got it. I didn't think I'd take this long to get around here.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff to do there. There's a surprising amount of stuff to do in that area. Oh, did you hear about the unfortunate manufacturing slip-up they did for the Japanese versions? That's so silly. So the Rebirth labels are on the disc are done wrong. So the data disc is the play disc, and the play disc is the data disc.
Huh. Silly.
That's very silly.
Apparently I just need to go right to the center.
I can say without a shadow of a doubt that this game's going to win music for the year again. 100%.
I could see that. Oh, I see. Okay. God damn it. I haven't seen any of those jars.
They're kind of to me.
Those would be nice to see. The fuck? Should literally be like right here. God damn it. Why is this so fucking hard?
It couldn't possibly be the blinding white light in Cloud's eyes. Like, ah! Where's the fucking jar?
It should literally be like right here. Unless it's like not right up against the circle there, but it kind of looks like it. It looks like in the, this is something I did miss, and the, later versions, this materia, these hidden materias in white areas are, like, more visible.
Yeah.
And in the original, they were completely unseeable.
You think Cloud's alright? No, he's just standing in the light.
Why does it have to be so fucking precise? I'm not even gonna use this goddamn materia.
What materia is it?
It's counter. So it needs something paired with it. Alright, it's time to lock in.
We can go ahead and read donations in the chat here. Cloud in an escape room, but he's blindfolded. He's blindfolded, but he's walking with the same confidence as if he could see, so he's just bumping into shit everywhere.
That's what I would expect.
No,
that would be in character.
I've got it. Yeah. No, I've got it under control. Cloud, just take the fucking blindfold off. No.
I'll give it like 1-2 more encounters.
It's gonna be the last one. It's gonna be the last one simply because it's gonna be like, I got you. You gotta come back. You gotta come back now. To be a fly on the wall when you encounter these fiends and you're just like running for your dear life. It's like, man, these guys are not as powerful as Sephiroth said they were going to be. This is crazy.
Did I, like, already get it? And I just
Go
wasn't
take a
paying
look.
attention?
Let's take a look.
Or does it just... Or did they add it? I feel insane now. Yeah, and the... So we already got a counter. No, not there. Shield. We already got a counter. Someone else picked it up, so we would have to have 2 counters. And counter is green. We only have 1 counter. I swear someone picked up a counter. Magic counter. Oh, that's it. Okay, so we got 1 counter. Oh, that is blue. Okay. Right? Somebody got counter earlier? Yeah. Somebody during the path splitting gave us another gave us this counter we already have on hand. And
That's neat.
so a second counter should be like literally right here. All right, whatever.
Do you know how weird it is to see something on Forbes magazine, the title Gundam Breaker 4 announced likely won't be very good on fucking Forbes? Like, what?
God. I was reading
Take it back.
Sports Illustrated's gaming division is legit, apparently.
Okay.
They have they do you know, when games come out and they have the SEO easy to search, like things someone's gonna search for, like people search up in their walkthrough when Sports Illustrated is there. They have staff that do their own work legitimately.
Oh, okay.
As for
cool.
you know, a lot of outlets copy from each other and then just put it up.
Yeah.
Like how to unlock jobs in Like a Dragon 8. Some outlets do their own research on that. Others will copy-paste guides from other sources. Sports Illustrated is apparently in the more legitimate category.
That's cool.
And unexpected.
That makes me really sad about the awful layoffs that happened, so...
Right.
Yeah.
Well, on this trip back up, I'm definitely gonna save at that save point I made. I didn't mean to exit out back here, but it goes, it goes.
Cloud, what are you gonna do when you get down there? I'm taking everything that's not nailed down. What?
I will look for magic pot.
I will look for what? You're coming with me. We're gonna go find magic pot. No, I'm not. I hate to tell you this. You literally do not have a choice. Cloud, we just spent the better half of like our entire journey into the center of the earth, running away from tonberries and mechs. Why are you doing this to us?
We need the XP.
Need the what? He just has the
kids are calling
Ichiban
it these
syndrome.
days. Please. So ignoring that, ignoring the weapon magic. God damn. Let me follow this like word for word this time so I don't waste any more of our time.
What do you think?
Sorry though, I wish it had more pictures to go off of. Okay, save here. It'll be fine. Okay. Yeah, I was back up this way. Like literally one screen up from here. God damn it. I think it would be a good thing to show you your progress on limit breaks. How many kills someone has done and the requirements for them. That'd be a modern thing they do. Anything to minimize how much Googling you would want to do. Like how to upgrade the limit breaks. That could just be info in the game. There's no reason to keep that from you.
It's funny because a lot of the older games would just operate through obfuscation as a way to kind of artificially lengthen playtime.
Mm-hmm.
And when you just kind of guide these things out, it's always like, oh, well, you could beat FS7 in 15, 20 hours. Actually, it's kind of crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Just by a normal casual run, just using a guide.
And not reading the dialogue. As of reading the dialogue, why can't I go into the menu? We're at 38 hours. And that's like 5 hours of off-stream grinding. Oh shit, I wasn't looking. Yep, those are, what a lot of them do is they will, usually copy from another, so legitimate websites will put in some, if you're ever reading a guide and you notice some, like, pretty obvious, like, spelling error, they do that on purpose so that they can see who copied from them.
Really? Wow.
So if they're, and especially if it's like a pretty innocuous like typo, maybe like a space missing after a period, that is completely intentional just to track and see who copied their info.
It is so crazy out here.
So, and I mean, you don't do anything with that other than just, you just know.
Yeah, I mean, if you meet the person at, like, say, like, an industry event, it's like, so you're the plagiarist. Got it. Cool.
Yeah, Gematsu's called out a few who've done it, because Gematsu does that intentionally. And they've called out a few sources. And it's from... off the top of my head, I can't throw any under the bus, but if you find who Gematsu was called out on it. Because they've done that and tracked the people that have copied their stuff word for word, and that's how it happens. Or yeah, there's also the problem of AI guides, which are just, you can tell. Okay, as it wants me to go up there.
I do remember seeing at some point, because I know the Gamatsu thing is like, I think it's just one guy, right?
Gematsu is one person, yes.
Crazy.
You'll find every article on Gematsu, it's just Sal's name under author.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what it is?
I
I think, because
talking
remember that
about it.
treasure chest right there was open. I think that's what our characters grabbed,
Oh, yeah.
which would explain the counter materia. Okay, then the only other thing left is the shield materia, which I think we got. Wow, for wasting a whole bunch of time, we sure didn't fucking see any magic pot. That's pretty impressive, actually. Unless they only spawn in these two rooms, I think. They probably don't spawn in that third room.
I don't think they spawn. I think they spawn in these rooms only. And if I remember correctly, it was we were streaming it. When I was streaming the end of Final Fantasy VII, I was using the speed up function.
Mm.
So I was able to like, oh, okay. And it did take quite a while, even with the speed up.
Oh, fuck. Okay, now I know where it wants us to go. Okay, yeah, so we are all done here, but we do have to go even further back. Just to, really, the whole thing is just picking up what what they didn't pick up on the first run through.
Right.
Hello, Jesus, welcome.
What to do?
How's it gaming? Good. Let's see. Quick break here. Let me just check here. Okay, chat. Gonna swap to my PS5 real quick.
Are you doing?
I was gonna put the code in so I can start downloading. No peeking.
Don't look at the code. It's not for you. It's a damn shame. You're gonna have to do the. I'm assuming it's gonna force you to do the patch as you're downloading it. So.
Right. Nope, not much choice there.
Yeah. Well, there might be an even newer patch. I think it'd be good if they did that.
Hopefully. Digital Deluxe. What does Deluxe come with?
Oh, cool. We get a deluxe code. That's neat.
Yeah. Art book, soundtrack, Magic Pot. Pretty good.
Magic Pot! There it is!
Shout out to
Son of a
Magic
bitch!
Pot. An accessory, an armor piece. And that looks like it.
Sure, you can get a code. You just have to walk into this room for a couple hours, and if you can find the magic pot that has a digital deluxe code, it's yours. Yeah.
And I got save data, so that will also give, is it not downloading? Also give, what is it? Materia.
Yeah, okay, this reminds me, we were talking about this earlier in stream. and hopefully maybe you can help me because I don't know if you covered that in your stream for FS7. What did Lucrezia see in Hojo again? Why? Like,
I feel like she was more forced into it.
that's what I was saying, right? I was like, she had to have been coerced, unfortunately. Like, that's the only thing I can think of. Because she seems to push Vincent away pretty hard, but I think it was because of apparently someone was saying it in my chat earlier. There was an incident that she was involved in that I think accidentally killed someone that Vincent was close to, and she felt really guilty about it and just never really talked to him about it.
Yeah.
So
Can't install, free up storage. Okay.
hell yeah. That's how you know.
That's 150 gigabytes. Let me do that quick. I don't know what's left to uninstall.
Dirge Cerberus, Lucrezia very clearly chooses Hojo due to her guilt of being involved in Vincent's father's death. Vincent and Lucrezia were never running away together. She shut him down and allowed Hojo to experiment on her child. Okay.
Games are too fucking big. I wish you can play games from the disc so I didn't have to keep Remake installed.
Right. God forbid. They call it a play disc, but that's in name. Okay, so I'm seeing here, so back and forth. So in the original, she apparently just loved him. But in I think in Dirge's Cerberus, they turned around and were like, yeah, she felt bad. She felt guilty.
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess, yeah. I don't know. There's also the weird thing that Hojo, like someone was also bringing up, was like, Hojo might have just been a Rizzler back in his day because, I mean, in Costa del Sol, he's surrounded by women.
Right.
But I'm like, if I remember correctly, they were also talking about how they didn't like him very much. I'm trying to remember the Costa del Sol scene.
I am trying to as well. But... Alright, now that that's going... Hopefully done. Well, I mean, I gotta edit for Tom after I'm doing this anyway, so.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll take it easy tonight because I'll have all tomorrow to play anyway. We'll see. Hopefully this will be a good time to just fix sleep schedule and get everything in order. Because I have to take melatonin every time.
Really? I'm wondering if that's because I was always told that's not the move because melatonin could potentially relax the same muscles that are you kind of need to wake up. Like sleep apnea sucks, but it's an unfortunate you need this to happen or else your body's just going to kill itself.
Well, definitely.
So
when
I heard that, I was like,
not in melatonin because that's just a supplement. I mean,
I was just told that
and if you needed that, you would probably need you would probably need a lot. Muscle relaxers do that.
Yeah, for sure.
Muscle relaxers would be the absolute worst. Muscle relaxers,
I'll tell you what, though.
Anti-anxiety basically does the same thing. And anything addictive, they just don't want to give you. They're not going to give me anything addictive.
Oh man,
this way. There we go.
Having GERD and sleep apnea is the 1-2 combo of a lifetime. Let me tell you, bro. That sucks.
So, yep.
You know what? IGN, I'm a little upset because they released a combat, like essential combat tips thing, and there's a huge weapon spoiler for Cloud, and I was like, that looks really cool. I would have been really fun to like see what that is.
Yeah.
My fault. I mean, we're at the point where people are just gonna be like, yeah, so I beat the game, so here's the ending.
Right. Still, though, would be cool. There's definitely, yeah, there's a lot of cool things that I don't even want to just talk about. I just want to get in there and find it. Like, there's a lot of, like...
I think
Oh, yeah, see another chest open.
There was a lot that Damiani from Easy Allies was talking about where he was like, I just want people to get to certain points, and I know it's not going to happen by sheer virtue of what the game is and how long people are going to be playing just one section of the game.
Yeah, I want more average playtime though. I read 30 hours for main story.
Yeah, if you could mainline the story, I think the IGN guys, they did a... IGN really, I don't want to talk shit about publication, but like they consistently go like, oh man, this video is cool, or this video could have been an email kind of shit. You know? like right now I'm watching the 16 essential combat tips, and one of the things is use your dodges, and I'm like, come on.
Right. I will say, from the demo, I was feeling Tifa because she gets to dodge so much more freely. You have to dodge very deliberately, and it's pretty punishing with other characters.
Yeah.
That's definitely, like, if you knew how to play 7 Remake, if you knew how Stagger worked, it was a very easy game. And this seems to explore the depths of it and just make it challenging all around.
Yeah, it's really cool. Like, it actually, like, I think what the coolest thing I saw that so many people were... There was a large amount of people complaining when they first played the Junon demo, and they were like, is anyone else getting their friggin' ass kicked? Like, because I can't play the game, and like, there's this whole Reddit thread about people just going, yeah, this game is way harder, and this is honestly sort of, following the reasoning behind why they originally didn't create Remake to be purely an action game. Whereas I would argue that it went straight into full action. There's a lot of RPG mechanics at play that they incorporate very well. But this is dead ass like an action game. You can do no damage runs. There's perfect parries. There's perfect dodges.
Yeah.
So it's just like, this is what happens. You know.
Complex.
Everyone's
like,
complaining.
Jesus Christ. You can't. There is no jump button, but you do have a very specific ways in which to get into the air, and the game rewards you for continuing being in the air. Which is a very combat is still grounded, but that's a cool way of going about it. That's what's like a valuable thing in 16, because that's character action. Is even if you can jump in 16, being able to launch and knowing your launchers was a huge deal.
Yeah.
It's just sheer virtue of being a character action game. But this is not character action.
Yeah, I would argue that like Tifa is still, because like in the original Unbridled Strength, Tifa was like the go-to for aerial combat, and she's still very much like that here, but you need to give her the synergy skill that allows her to launch in the air in order to do so. Otherwise, you're just kind of stuck. Whereas Cloud, all you need to do is dodge and hold square and move in. But because of that, he's also not very strong. His aerial combat's not very strong.
And that was another thing, is just the demo kind of like it throws you in from the very tutorial beginning of the game into kind of like early mid-game stats and equipment and moves, and that's I wish I had more time to explore it basically, but I was on stream time 2 hours. Wanted to keep it down to, even though I tried to explore that area fully, there was clearly a lot of like experimentation that was present in the demo, but I didn't have time to do it, because that was the only thing, is like, it's so hard because there's I haven't given myself time to look at how anything works.
And we're also missing 2 characters. Like, we don't know how Yuki plays like now, and I'm watching Kate Sith gameplay, and that dude is wild. So I think what's cool about like the new battle system, though, is that I'll be honest, I think the problem with a lot of turn-based titles, right, is that especially something like how Final Fantasy works. For the most part, if you're not operating off a traditional job system like the later Final Fantasies do, you kind of just find your favorite crew and just work with them, right?
Yeah.
Like, that's about it. 10 is a different example. I think 10's a pretty good example of being able to, like, they do a really good job of, like, hey, you should switch between party members whenever you can.
Yep.
But you could just find your crew in 7 to the point where you could accidentally screw yourself for the final battle because you're like, oh, I didn't level these people up. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Like, you know? But in this one, just by sheer virtue of all of your characters are with you at all times, and they're on screen as well. So they're some of them are even actively participating in combat. What's fun is it's not just, you know, Barrett shooting for like in the background. Like sometimes you'll see his damage numbers pop up, even if he's out of the party, which is really fun.
All right, kids, we're ready to go. Oh, there was a warning the whole time. Yeah, this is the point of no return. Just scrolling through, because I'm pretty sure it's a straight shot from here. Though we do have 2 parties to manage. But we should be good on that front. Yeah, we're good to go. Well, once I get the party split, and then we'll do our management of equipment. All right, everyone, let's mosey.
Yeah.
Damn, again, stop saying it like a wimp. Can't you say move out or something? Move out.
Shut up, Sid. Let's Mosey's amazing.
It's really cool, but you do only get like 10 minutes of actual Cloud personality in cutscenes from how much of a loser he is. What? Look at the number. God. Fuck, they're coming out in full force. Cloud, you go first. I'm fighting here too. Shut up, it won't do us no good with everyone back here. Barrett's right. You take 2 of us with you first, and the rest will catch up with you later. Is this like a practice run before the real thing? Yeah, major practice run. I'm fine with that. It's probably more fun than fighting Sephiroth down there. This might be fun to pass the time. They're coming. They're already on the floor next to us. Cloud, hurry up and make up your mind.
Bringing dog.
I'm gonna need to unequip Barrett. I'm sure it'll give me that option.
You'll do that for me, right?
All of you.
You'll do that for me, right?
Later. Yeah, later. You'll do that for me, right?
You're gonna let me do this, right? Yeah. Favorite theme in the game. I don't care what anybody says. Lost my shit in Remake when this popped up. I was like,
yeah.
Yo.
Yep.
It is so expert in how it handles it too. Where it's like in the first 2 phases, you're like, oh man, this song is really cool. It's not Genova. Then you hear, you're like, yeah!
It's so sick. Take all that off. What the hell are you doing?
Hey Barrett, don't fuck up.
I don't know where the second party is, but I'll worry about that later. I shouldn't have arranged. That's alright. Let's see.
Oh no. Oh no.
Remember like half of it. Odin. Add effects. Yeah, add effects. Death blow. Death Blow, and that's with HP Absorb. Okay. Anything else? Oh, right, still a counter. Magic Summon, Paired Command. Damn, wish I had a second Death Blow. That would have been sick. I don't want to take the stat debuff.
You know, this music is making me feel pretty somber because it's reminding me of I don't know if you saw that article recently, but the boy Uematsu came out and he was like, I don't think I'll ever do a real full game again.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just gonna focus on the stuff I want to do. Which, yeah, I mean, the man, one of the hardest working composers in the industry, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
He just wants to be in the Black Mages, bro. The Black Mages is sick. That's all he wants to do.
Right.
And I don't blame him. But it got me thinking is like Kojima even was he created Pheasant. I don't know if you heard the story behind that, where Kojima got like deathly ill.
Yeah,
He didn't tell anybody about it.
During
he was
COVID.
like, he's like I almost died, and it reminded me that I'm gonna die soon, so I might as well I'll leave out on a banger, you know, and I'll create another magnum opus.
Right.
And it's got me thinking about like, oh man, all my favorite like creators and developers, they are just getting old, and that's just what happens. But then another part of me is like, oh, you know what though, the Reynaudis guy, I don't know if you are familiar with Reynaudis. It's that it's a game that got announced during the Japanese Nintendo whatever they call it. It's like the Direct, but like for the partners instead.
The partner showcase.
The partner showcase. Yeah. There's this JRPG called Reynaudis that got announced, and a lot of people were like, "Oh, this looks really cool," and it's got Yoko Shimomura doing the soundtrack, and it's got Kazushika Nojima doing the penning the story and helping with the story.
Mm-hmm.
And you talk about to the guy who's doing like the main director behind it. It's like, yeah, I grew up with Kingdom Hearts, and I really wanted to make my own Kingdom Hearts. And I'm like, yeah, this is it, man. This is the fun part of like the passing of the baton.
Yeah,
is seeing what the cool, like what the developers who they grew up on this stuff, now they're in. It's the same thing with like Resident Evil remakes as well. So many like young people are on the staff going like, no, this is what I would want. This is what I think fans would want. They've been killing it every single step of the way, and I fucking love that. Like, it pains me to see these like developers, like these auteurs I've loved for so long, like just getting old, and they're gonna have to, like Shinji Mikami taking a back seat and letting Johannes kind of take the realm or the reins of Tango Gameworks. But then fucking Hi-Fi Rush comes out, and you're like, man, these guys know what they're doing. It's gonna be so sick.
Yeah, they really do. Nope, we'll keep running.
Oh god, this fucking guy. This dude is a jump scare. I don't care what anybody says. You see this man like, ah!
Yeah.
I am not happy to see that dude in the. He's gonna be a boss in the remake. No fucking shot. He's a normal enemy.
Right. One of the many ones they turn from casual enemy to boss.
Yeah.
I remember the first time my brother got here, and as I was watching him play, ran into, I believe, an Iron Giant, like, right here. Game over.
Oh, no! Where do you put the save point?
Heartbreaking. No clue, I don't remember.
Okay. Gord says, I disagree, more artists should either fall off or inspire mid. How dare you?
But Uematsu, like, he's still doing at least one track per game for Final Fantasy.
Yeah.
And it's always so, like, cool how recognizable it is. like straight up hearing the song he did for 7 Remake in the FF7 PS1 sound font just sounds like an unreleased track.
Yeah.
It blends right in. You know, he hasn't peaked. Uematsu has been in his prime in the entire time. It's crazy.
I'm just saying, get the band back together for 17, man. Sakaguchi's not doing much right now, bro. Call him back in. Call the assists. Get Sakaguchi, Katase, and fucking Nomura and Numato on some 17. You know what the thing is, too? I was going to talk about this with you. With Rebirth being in the state that it's in and being what it is, 17 100% has to do something similar.
It's got to at least be open world. Like open world.
Yeah.
Where are we?
Yeah.
What?
Oh, shit. Birth of a God.
Genova. It's coming.
Really unfortunate looking character design. Ah, yes, the floating uterus. Amazing. Birth of a God is still really good. I agree with Max. I think this is definitely one of the best tracks in the game for sure. I'm beside myself thinking about what remake Birth of the God's even going to sound like.
Right. Oh yeah, I forgot about Ultima. Knights of the Round. Do we have Knights of the Round? I don't think so.
Knights of the Round to this.
How do you get Knights of the Round? Is it from Battle Square?
Small island northeast of the map with a gold chocobo, or beat Emerald Weapon or water near.
Oh fuck no!
Submarine.
Yeah, absolutely not. Oh, stop. Okay. I was gonna say, do I gotta heal? Oh, I just realized how little HP Vincent has. Holy shit. It's all that fucking magic materia. All that magic materia took away all his health. I was gonna say, managing materia is so huge in this game because you cannot pack on materia, full out your slots with materia.
Yeah.
Alright, we got to 5 in the countdown. What did the countdown start from? It started at 5. Okay. Yep, there was a countdown for that fight. You had a limited amount of time to do it. Oh shit, that's right. Okay. So, there are a couple of short scenes that occur before the next boss battle. It has a couple of interesting mechanics. Depending on the number of factors, you will be given the option to proceed with either 1, 2, or 3 different parties or groups of characters. You only get one party if you met the condition. If Genova Synthesis had 13 or more turns before the countdown began, if the lowest level character in a party is 34 or lower, and if the average character level is 53 or less. If none of those conditions are met, you get 2 parties. If any one of the other conditions are met, you don't have an optional character. Lowest level is 44 and the average level is 67. If none of those are met, and all the following conditions were met, you will receive 3 parties. You have the optional characters. Genova Synthesis had 12 or less turns before the countdown. If the lowest level character is 45 or higher, the average level the character is 68 or higher. It sounds like we're gonna get stuck with 3 parties.
Yeah.
That sucks. Well, we'll be fine. Nobody even has comment on right now, so we can deck them out just fine. We got Comet. I might throw Flare on someone else in the third party, so Vincent keeps Ultima. And then probably let that handle the damage. Sid's good on damage dealing, and so should Yuffie.
Oh, dude. I don't know what to call this trope, if this is even a trope. My favorite thing ever, and I think only like Japanese media does this, is characters standing and fighting on intangible space.
Right.
It's so fucking cool.
Yeah. Light. A light.
Yeah.
Is this light holy? Oh, damn, man. Barrett? What? So everyone's together again? Sephiroth. There's no reason for the game to drop in frame rate. This is the true power of Sephiroth. My body, I can't control my body.
I can't control my frames.
My front legs, my hind legs, my tail's about to tear off. This is definitely not good. He's way out of our league. I don't know if I can go on. Cloud. There. It's there. Cloud. Holy. Holy is there. The holy is shining. Aerith's prayer is shining. Holy. Aerith. It's not over yet. This isn't the end yet.
Oh, here we go.
Party of 3. I think so. Or should I split them up because they're the main damage dealers?
You should. You should definitely make even parties.
So take a Yuffie. Oh, but then I'm gonna have to fight the final fight with the not main party.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. It's like, man, you find your own team and then you forget, like, ah, shit.
Well, everyone's leveled and equipped, not as equipped, but they should be able to handle it. But I gotta keep the main party together for the actual final fight. Thank you. Okay. Let's go, everyone. Just one more time. What about my other parties?
You might have gotten lucky. You might have gotten lucky to only do one party. Oh, there it is.
No, this is still for the main party. Make a party of 3.
Yeah, you might have gotten lucky. Yeah.
See what happens. Yeah. We're not gonna lose. Aerith is here, everyone is here, Cloud is here with us. There's still many things for us to do, I'm not giving up. I was frozen in time, but now I feel as though my time is finally about to begin. Sephiroth, now it's your time to sleep between the ages. Aerith's memories, our memories, we came to tell you our memories. Come planet, show us your answer. And Sephiroth, to the settling of everything. Weird way to put it. So fuck it.
Yes. This is reminding me how I definitely have not played the OG translation. Like, holy shit.
Alright, fuck it. I'll just take I will accept one party. We can do it just fine. Definitely got more than enough energy. So yeah, this track, underrated as hell.
Which one is this one again? Forget the name of it though.
I forget as well. That's what I'm talking about.
Zoro Sephiroth theme. It's also Birth of a God? No, hold on.
No, I think this one's just called Birth of a God.
Okay, so this is Birth of a God.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so... Oh, the Genova theme is probably Genova Absolute, I want to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, Genova Absolute.
This part coming up. I'll turn it up a bit. What happened on the prior playthrough? I went through it too fucking fast. So we couldn't hear like the full song. The last time I played this on stream, went through the fight too fast. You stop that healing.
This is just, this is honestly reminding me of the fact that, like, man, all the monster designs are so well realized in the remake. It's so fucking cool.
Oh, head too.
You're holding on to limit for the final fight?
No, I don't want him to go into limit so I can control him.
Oh, you right.
You lose control. And it's okay, because he's never going to do a melee attack. Vincent's pure magic.
Ooh. Yikes!
Is that 1 HP? 1 HP, okay.
Good sound. Great sound. Final boss of the third game needs to end on that. If he needs to.
Could have been better. That's alright, magic's not her thing.
Yeah. It was weird because in my playthroughs, I actually have respect as a healer. She's pretty good at healing, if I remember correctly. Regen probably help out a lot more there.
Oh, we got a Zeninage. Or coin toss. Depending on whichever game you're playing. Or Gil toss. That's good enough. Yeah, fuck it. Throw in a regen and be safe for the next time that happens. Nice try.
What's the counter over her head? What was that about?
She has death on her from the curse ring. Because the curse ring is buffing the fuck out of her stats and her attack stat. So we just give added effect matched with the Odin materia, makes her immune to instant death.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So she gets the complete boost of that, plus God Hand, plus Death Blow. So she's critting every hit.
Oh, amazing. That's actually sick.
Yep. I will definitely do, oh, I should do, what is it? Big guard, too. Big guard, regen. I might have to... Here we go. That's so much more foreboding when you have to load the game.
Yeah.
Because I think in any other version, it will immediately go in. But here, you're staring at a black TV, nothing, until and the music is going.
You're hearing what you know is the cries of the planet, too, on top of everything. And you're like, man, what the fuck is about to happen?
That's okay, Sephiroth, you can do whatever you want. I have a nice surround sound system, but I noticed from playing 16 it really lacks bass. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get around that because I have my subwoofer muted because it rumbles.
That might just be like a mixing thing for the game. I noticed there's a lot of media lately that does not do bass boosting very well.
Well, I can play it with headphones and it's perfectly fine.
Okay.
It was you know, I did 2 playthroughs of 16 because I did the stream playthrough after the main playthrough. So the second playthrough I played through with headphones, and I kind of like that a bit more just because I got the bass from it. Oh shit, he died before he cast regen. Poor Tifa. Well, I don't know, we'll wait for him to get down. Got a remedy for that. Alright. Enjoy this chat.
Here we go. Yeah! The quadratic formula, bitch! You ever get your homie so mad at you he just blows up Pluto?
So
all
sick.
this proves to me is that all the planets in the solar system are bitch made and Earth is where it's at. That's all I'm saying.
This is yet another thing that if this happened exclusively in the remake, people would complain about it.
Yeah.
Because it's too ungrounded. Blowing up Mercury, that just screams Nomura.
Oh God! I was reading an article with him, and he was like, "Dude, the shit that people associate with me is insane because I wasn't even there. Like they'll just sit there and call it like, oh, this is Nomura shit, and I wasn't even in the fucking room, bro."
When she become a frog too, fuck me. I didn't even see that part. I didn't even. Well. Did you use Mega Elixir? Death, now's not the time. Welcome, Dante. Remedy, Okay, good. Alright, we're good.
It's the image of Cloud against the frog about to get fried.
Yeah, nice try. Thank you for the sub, Dante. Welcome back to the Funny Gamer Army. Welcome to the Frog Death Army.
Frog Death. I like to think of it as like Tifa was still there. It's just the frog rolled up like, hey, what's going on in this thread? Oh, fuck.
Oh, now he comes down. Fuck off. Now would probably be a good time for more regen and big guard. Oh yeah, he took away all the buffs.
Dean. some real coughing baby versus hydrogen bomb. That's the other one. It's like Silly Billy versus the unmitigated power of the sun.
Never thought I'd be working together with a coughing baby.
About a friend.
God damn it. Get down here. I only have one long-range materia.
Are Tifa and Cloud both just pure melee?
Yeah, and Cloud, that's not a problem for Cloud. He has the long range on. Tifa can't do shit. Oh, she has a summon? Oh, right, Odin. Well. Just keep it going, I guess. One more time!
Round 2! What even turned her into a frog? What I'm trying to remember.
I saw her go mini. I didn't even notice she was a frog, too. Oh, that's right. His health also depends on the party split. So we very well could have 80,000 health right now.
Amazing.
I gotta be on time with the final fight after this, because I fucked it up the last time we did it, because you have limited time to do the Omni Slash. If you wait too long, Cloud just does a regular attack and that ends the fight.
Man, there's some real Saturn apologists out of there, man, because Saturn got the easy way out. It just got rid of the space garbage, bro.
God. I've come around on some other fights, but this is still, for Final Fantasy, very much up there.
Oh, yeah.
For, like, finale fights. Out of the 2D games, Kefka would come the closest, but that's still not that close.
Bro, why am I worried about Meteor? Like, come on.
The Shin Ryu fight in 14, at the time, because of everyone being scaled to it, and that fight actually being, like, challenging for, like, a fight with that many people, felt really sick. But we don't, I mean, it's not that hard anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, I hope that doesn't kill. Hope that's not an AoE. No. Oh, that's Ooh. Thank God.
Yikes.
Thank fuck I'm doing Cure 3 at least. That'll at least be enough to get the elixir out there. Yeah, okay, we're... But just to be safe. Now is the time to use that shit. Yeah? Oh, we did it. All right. Oh, right. Can't put the controller.
They're 100%. They're gonna 100% turn Supernova into a DPS check.
Yeah. Oh god, it'll be so sick. Still not gonna like. I wouldn't count on seeing it yet, even. Well, you know what? No, I think we will, because I think a lot of the third game is gonna be original.
I 100% believe that
the reunion will happen.
Pogo's gonna be
Yeah, the reunion's going to happen. Hojo's going to be the final guy. I think he's going to be it.
Right.
He's the shittiest person.
He is. I could see, my thinking has been the reunion's going to happen and the third game will be a World of Ruin, but the whole thing.
Yeah.
Base the whole game in a World of Ruin, unlike Final Fantasy VI or Final Fantasy 15's.
Like we actually see what Meteor does in one timeline.
And it would
timelines.
And it would justify if like the world flooded to it.
Yeah.
Justify more underwater. Granted, they don't need that. They could just make shit up like, you know, they have in Rebirth. This is all we could do. Wait, what about Holy? What's gonna happen to the planet? That, I don't know. Isn't the rest up to the planet? You're right. We've done all that we could. Alright, everyone. It's no use thinking about it. We'll leave all our worries here. Let's go home proud. What happened? I feel it. Feel what? He's still here. Still Cloud. He's laughing. Wow! Cloud. Mario.
This part's so cool.
Yeah, I could, because they put this in Remake, I could see Rebirth going the whole way, and then the third game will try to, like, top it all off.
I'm mortified. You know, the constant that happens in all the reviews, which is why I'm trying desperately to not, like, pay attention to them. Because long story short, like, for Remake, I did the bad. I looked at a spoiler thread, because I was like, I gotta know.
Right.
You know? But for this one, I've done everything in my power to be like, no, I'll experience it. I wanna go into it with like fresh eyes. But it's really hard, considering everyone and their mother's like, man, that final chapter though, oh boy. And I'm like,
we at least know it's a talking point. But I have disagreed with media on it before. There we go. I didn't fuck it up this time. I have disagreed with takes on endings before, so... Fuck.
Omnislash is gonna be sick. Ascension, it is kind of weird because Ascension, I'll be honest, is kind of cooler than the OG Omnislash, but that just means that the new Omnislash is gonna be fucking insane.
Do you see Sakurai post a picture with his little Advent Children toys?
No, I didn't. That's awesome. God bless him, man.
He really
man.
likes Advent Children.
Yeah, good. we need more of those dudes out here. I mean, it's bad, but so is most of the anthology, right?
Yeah.
So like.
But it's the action. It's the scenes.
Yeah, listen, I am upset that I missed out on going to go see it in theaters because I forgot. I forgot, and I was just recently like covering COVID as well.
I forgot there was more dialogue. Live stream? I think I'm beginning to understand what. An answer from the planet. The Promised Land. I think I can meet her there. Yeah, let's go meet her.
Tifa, any help? Thank you.
Hey, where is everyone? Hey! I'm glad you're all safe.
Telling me Barrett just sat his happy ass right there and watched this man have an existential crisis?
Yeah. But now what are we gonna do? Holy should be moving soon. And that means this place will... Oh, Lady Luck, don't fail me now.
This Barrett sitting there with his size 20 Timbs, like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, good shot. Dante sent me an image and I will put it on stream. There's still more dialogue here. Shit! I get through this first.
I like how the emergency button's a cooler version of the high wind.
The flower girl?
Yeah, so they did 100% kind of allude to Marlene being connected to the planet too.
Would this be Marlene?
Yeah,
Because this isn't in Dibble or not. This is Calm. She's supposed to be with Eric's
flower
mom.
girl?
Yeah, I guess it has to be.
Yeah.
Oh, it would also make sense at this point to move her out of Midgar. So
yeah.
Turks probably did it. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, it's literally just to say Marlene is fine.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be making it out of this one, Chief, if she was still in Midgar. What a fucking terrifying show.
Yeah. Wait a damn minute. What's going to happen to Midgar? Can't let that happen. I had everyone take refuge in the slums. But the way things are now, it's too late for Holy. Meteor is approaching the planet. Holy is having the opposite effect. Forget Midgar. We gotta worry about the planet. What's that? What the hell is that? Live stream. It's coming. Or PS1 video compression's doing it all it can.
Wildest decision to leave that open-ended.
Yeah.
Wild.
That's how it ends. Yeah, it's a ambiguous ending.
I do wonder what the response to the ending was back in the day, because I would have been fucking pissed. I'd been like, what do you mean? What happened?
That's exactly what I mean, yeah. Anyway, here's what Dante made.
That was so quick. That was so good. Guess I die.
She even toughed it out like a champ.
She did. She took that shit.
Yep, still
That
one
was,
of the best games out there.
There's something else I'm thinking of. There's a post scene, isn't there?
There is a post scene.
Yeah.
The post scene
Which is more the ambiguity implications.
Yeah, it does. It does imply that like the main cast at some point was alive still,
Right.
Red's around. So, and in the books, Red is actually like there's a chapter that's dedicated to Red, and he's talking about like because of how his life cycle works. He's like worried. He's like, man, I'm not gonna have my friends. And he actually sits down and has a conversation with Vincent, and he's like, you know, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna outlive everybody here, potentially even humanity.
Mm-hmm.
Vincent's like, don't worry, guy. I got you. I'll come by at least annually. You know,
Right.
We'll hang out. It'll be cool because I forget that fucking Vincent is also immortal.
Right.
So,
But it's, I mean, ambiguity then, but Advent Children follows up on it. Because those are sequels.
which is why I'm thinking that like I don't think that Meteor is going to touch the planet at all on one timeline, because the implication is that when, especially through all the media afterwards, when Mako energy disappears, effectively, like the idea that Shinra's gone, most of Midgar is destroyed and ruined, and people who are sitting there are essentially poor and can't move anywhere. It's sort of like a world, like a post-apocalypse, essentially. It's a world that's left in a state of ruin already. And Barrett's spending most of his time traveling from place to place, trying to help them to discover like different energy alternatives and stuff like that. And then Reeve is also working on with the World Restoration Order, and he's apparently working alongside Rufus to do that as well. And it's just so many people trying to like heal the world up for where it was. And there seems to be like the indication that when Aerith gets rid of the Geoligma at the end of Advent Children, as it were, that she still very much is like trying to take the reins of like this sort of like godlike being, almost like being forget the goddess that's brought up in Crisis Core, almost like taking her spot and essentially trying to protect
Minerva?
the world. Yeah.
Yeah,
because she's very much manipulating the live stream at all ends of the spectrum, and in the books you actually you see that she's cognizant in the live stream, and she understands that like that's where you find out.
I completely forgot the prelude was here, or not the prelude, but the ending Final Fantasy theme.
Hell yeah,
that's so good.
Hell yeah, that's really good.
I never even realized or remembered until now this traditional theme hasn't been here the whole time.
When it plays in Remake, it's gonna hit. It's gonna hit real hard.
Yeah, 16 was too liberal with it.
Yeah, because that's because they wanted to be like, see guys, we remember. You remember, right?
Yeah.
Pay no mind
very
to the
much
Titan soundtrack.
They really wanted to show how they are really in the graces of Sakaguchi and Uematsu.
Yeah.
Which is not something that has been as true for the whole series, but you know. But yeah,
I think it's just because I don't know the direction that the original CEO was taking, not only the franchise but the company in was very strange. And I think it all comes out. It spans like after 12, there was the fuck up that was the Cristola Novalis, whatever the hell it was called, with Versus 13 not even coming out, being co-opted into Final Fantasy 15.
Yep,
that was kind of okay. The 13 trilogy, arguably weird. We've now come around to the part where it's been long enough to where people are now saying, "Oh yeah, the 13 trilogy was underrated," which crazy, but whatever.
Yeah.
Then 14. I think 14, like 1.0, failing as hard as it did. It was just. I think they just got their asses beat. I think a lot of Japanese developers got their asses beat during the 360 era. You know.
Yeah, they did. Where there was Yeah, that was a whole thing. It wasn't just like, I mean, it was definitely a huge thing, was the Western media's perception of it. Inafune's words on it, too. That Japanese developers are failing. It was a huge stigma. And yeah, there was outside of the stigma, Irita, you coming up? Coming up, girl? But I mean, it's been a huge bounce back all across, like, every Japanese developer and publisher. Up.
I think we've gotten back to the point where we were during the PS2 era, where it was like the Japanese are kind of leading the way in terms of innovation, in terms of creating these like really high profile releases that aren't necessarily like breaking the bank. And when they do, it's something like Rebirth, right? Where it's like, or even like Breath of the Wild, where it's like, okay, we are now the standard. We are doing exactly what people should be doing. And you look across the board, and pretty much Cap God's back. The idea that Cap God is back and doing so well is amazing.
Square for the last couple of years has done a treasure trove of IP callbacks they never would have done before. So much that they completely oversaturated themselves. Yeah. And they've had to admit it and say, all right, now we got to tone things back again. Meanwhile,
I think they realized during the go ahead.
And meanwhile, the Western game industry is collapsing in itself. 100%. Right now at this very moment. And a lot of decisions made in Japanese companies has really prevented that. Sony more suffering because it's so based out of Japan.
Hearing that Nintendo has no debt is crazy. That is the nuttiest fucking thing. They're like, not only are they the richest company in Japan, they just, it's all fucking money.
Yeah.
It's all money. And you're like, what?
Right.
Adorable.
This is the last scenes you get to imply. It gets with it. But yeah, even then, like the most hit would probably be Square, and that's just Square saying they gotta dive it back. All of the old heads at Square are still at Square. Like the Mana directors, Saga directors, they've literally still been at Square the entire time. They just haven't been able to be leads on projects. But you don't get laid off in Japan.
Nah, you don't. You either move on to a different company like most people have. I mean, even Tabata might as well have been needed to get fired, right?
Right.
God bless him. I love Tabata. I think he had a lot of really solid ideas. I think he just like, I would put him right up there with Swery and like Suda, as in you guys are really got some great ideas and you do not know how to execute on them for sure.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
But yeah, even him, he stepped down. He left voluntarily. There's very few times you hear about firings happening in that's just Japanese work culture. That's one of the upsides of Japanese work culture. The idea about the climbing the corporate ladder is much more ingrained. Like you're in fact, after the fact, when you graduate from university, you try to find your lifelong company. You know, you're not going to leave anytime soon, and if you do, it's seen as a faux pas, which I think is the wrong way to do it. So I think that there's some good things about Japanese work culture, and there's the obvious terrible things, like especially things like the Kudo companies, the black companies, essentially. But that happens everywhere too. So
yeah, and it's also, I don't know. Actually, we might have talked about it. Japanese developers have also had just as bad of a crash as we have had with monumental layoffs. So it is like the original video game crash, although this is more industry itself, similar reasons, but it is primarily affecting the West.
I think what's going to happen is we're going to see literally the same exact thing happen. I think the Western, it's going to be unfortunate. We're going to see a massive departure from the Western side of things in the gaming industry, and then Japan's going to completely dominate. Yep. Japan's going to be one of the only people still participating in the industry because
the only people that can afford
China,
the only Western games that can afford AAA are like Sony, Ubisoft.
Yeah.
What you got for us, Dante? I'm too far away from the screen. Sorry. $30.
He's got $30.
Said, good job. Thank you, Dante.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on the couch, so I had to turn over and read that. Thank you, Dante. I appreciate it. That's a good screensaver.
Yeah, this is nice. This is really nice. But yeah, no, like the Asian countries right now, Korea, China, Japan, I think they're killing it right now in terms of game development.
Yep.
Not even counting the gacha stuff and stuff like that that's making them all the money. I mean, you've got so many different gacha developers not funneling that money into, like, you know, the Nikkei developers at Shift Up making Stellar Blade. You've got Tencent and some other people. I think MiHoYo is working on a console game too, like low key. And then Japan has just kind of come back as a resurgence. Most of Japan's studios have said that most of our money comes from the West. Like, I think that they came out and they're like, it's not that Japanese people aren't playing games, it's just that the market is still small. Yeah, like them selling 1 million copies is big news in Japan. It's huge.
Right.
Whereas like over here, it's like, oh, you got 1 mil? Okay, that's a good start.
When like from any known publisher, it's Falcom games are not going to be simultaneous releases anytime soon. But seeing IPs like Yakuza and Persona not only be day one simultaneous worldwide releases, but also on PC the same day, is unthinkable. Like 5 years ago, completely unthinkable 5 years ago.
I mean, we're talking about Yakuza. Like, come on. Like, what the fuck? Like, the whole thing. I remember that guy during the Sony press conference who came out in the sports jersey who was like, yep, I brought Yakuza. That's right, bitch. We're bringing Yakuza to the States. Fuck you. And you're like, yeah. And now it's a worldwide phenomenon. And you're like,
Soldier Boy was right the whole time.
He fucking was right. He was right. So I don't know. There's the obvious downsides to everyone losing their job in the Western industry, but there's a part of me that's like the weeaboo part of me that's like, I'm really excited for what might be the next Japanese boom. Like we will see what happened in the 80s ourselves, right? Like Japanese companies and saving the video games industry, and because they're obviously going to have their Western sides too. Like everyone going to them, and the sheer amount of like creativity on display and all these things are going to be okay now because I think Japan's also, even their Western studios are more prone to like doing cooler shit nowadays.
Yeah.
And okaying cooler shit. Look at Tango Gameworks. The idea that Tango fucking made Hi-Fi Rush and sold it for $30. It's like that doesn't happen in a fucking Western company. Like it doesn't. So yeah, like I have the hot take that a Western crash needs to happen to teach the Western industry, don't ever do this again. Don't ever get to this point again, because if you do, it's just going to be repeating history. And just take a fucking book out of Japan and just Asia's book in general. Yeah,
because that's what, like you were saying, during the 360 era, Japan had to do that themselves.
Yeah. They realized that they were thinking too small scale. I think that's the big issue. They weren't prepared for the HD move. They weren't prepared for, when you think about like the idea that there's towns in Final Fantasy again and it's 2024. Like that's weird to me. You know what I mean? But here we are. You know, like that's what it had to take. It had to take this kind of like progression.
And it's still managing the same. Harada's been talking about it. Even for Japanese developers, it is the same issue of AAA budgets have grown exponentially. They are under the same like budget in time constraints as Western developers are, but the difference is management.
Yeah. You look at Naoki Hamaguchi was he was made the lead director, and he did a fucking amazing job on Rebirth. And he said, as he quotes, he's like, listen, we're able to develop as fast and as efficient as we are because we kept our people. Like most of our team, almost 90 to 90% of our team was built from Remake. Like there's a couple of new guys here and there.
Yeah. The people that made the Halo Infinite engine don't work at Microsoft anymore, or 343, and they haven't worked there halfway through development.
Right.
It was new blood
they're gone.
That finished Halo Infinite who had no idea how the engine was created. And that's a huge difference.
The huge difference is the revolving door policy of Western studios. I think Western studios continuously try to adopt the same sort of bullshit that like modern day Western tech studios do, not understanding that this is not, you can't approach this stuff as like tech, right? Where you can contract everyone. It's like, no, this is a creative work of fiction. This requires like so many different people at the helm, all in charge of different things. And if you create a fucking staff with so much seniority, and not to say that you shouldn't introduce new people, but it benefits you to have a team that sticks with you for years and years and years, because then you get shit like this. You're like, okay, we're going to create a AAA 92 Metacritic fucking video game in 4 years. 4 fucking years, which is insane to think about, because we were just talking about how fucking 15 took 10.
Yeah.
And the idea that they cut that in half. It's like, I don't and everyone seems to like be healthy, everyone seems to be happy. Like, I'm sure there's definitely some overworking here.
Crunch is getting like reduced significantly in Japan since COVID.
Yeah.
And it's been showing it a lot of Nintendo's approach and like Square's approach.
Yeah. It's really cool because you just see it. You see the evidence of it in a lot of Japanese development. A lot of Japanese games are fucking killing it. Everyone's killing it. And and the Western studios that are adopting sort of these same kinds of philosophies too. Supergiant Games is a really good example. Always fucking killing it. Hades 2 is going to be amazing. Hades 1 was amazing. Hades 2 is going to be incredible. A lot of the smaller indie studios are absolutely the one to look to, and it just, I think The unfortunate problem is that Xbox is probably going to be at the head of the crash because of what they've been doing so far, and they've been cannibalizing all these different companies and what have you. And we're only going to see like the creme de la creme basically stay around. Like I think, God, I'm blanking on their name. The guys who did Hellblade, Ninja Studios, Ninja something.
Yeah, something like that. Because
they're gonna,
not Ninja
they're gonna
Theory.
stick around. No, yeah, Ninja Theory. It is Ninja Theory.
Oh, it is.
Yeah. So
Not Team Ninja.
yeah, Team Ninja. Team Ninja was Koei Tecmo, I think.
Yep.
So, but yeah, you know, like in a state where we're waking up every day and we're seeing really just mass layoffs, and it's super unfortunate. There is a light at the end of the tunnel, I think, for just the industry as a whole, and I think that there's going to be a lot of lessons learned. A lot of CEOs are going to get shit on, which is I'm very happy for.
All right.
And we're going to see it's going to take some time, but for right now we got to get over the curve of the awfulness of, you know, the little man getting shit on.
Yeah.
And then we're going to wait until the CEOs are going, crap, oh shit, I got nothing. Oh no, I don't know what to do.
Right.
So
yeah, we should call it there, because I gotta get editing done for Tom and then see if I'm up for playing any 7 Rebirth tonight. But definitely gotta at least finish this work for Tom tonight. So thanks everyone for tuning in. Is this I'm wondering if this is like a saved screensaver. Can you find this on what's the wallpaper service on Steam?
I wonder. I don't know.
I forget what it's called. Not that it's that much to write home about anyway, but
Yeah.
that's cool to see. On Friday will be Street Fighter 6. Yeah, wallpaper engine. Street Fighter 6 will be on Friday. Friday after that, probably Helldivers finally. And for playthroughs, we're gonna start Splatoon, whole series. So start with Splatoon 1. Starting next Wednesday. So that's the plan for now. Alright, thanks everyone for tuning in, and until next time, go to bed.